Happy morning, my dear students. Welcome to the active mathematics again. Now, again, I would like to continue the chapter coordinate geometry. In my last lecture, I have given to you the distance between the 2 points. It means if the 2 points are A is x1 comma y1 and B is the point x2 comma y2. I am just going to recall the things which I have done earlier. So A is the point x1 comma y1 and B is the point x2 comma y2. Then the distance between 2 points, it means AB is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the distance between 2 points. Okay, if the point lies on the x-axis, then the y coordinate will be 0, and if the point lies on the y-axis, then the x coordinate will be 0. This is clear to you? Suppose if you are getting this is the coordinate axis, and if the point lies on the x-axis, this is plus x, this is plus y, this is minus x, and this is minus y. If the point lies on the x-axis, it means the y coordinate will be 0, and if the point lies on the y-axis, then the x coordinate will be 0. Okay? If the line is parallel to x-axis, if the line is parallel to x-axis, this is the line parallel to y-axis, and this is the line parallel to x-axis. If the line is parallel to y-axis, this is the line parallel to y-axis. It means the only x coordinate will be there. And if the line is parallel to x-axis, then the y coordinate will be there. Again, I want to tell you. If you are getting this is the coordinate axis, this is plus x, this is plus y, this is minus x, and this is minus y. If the line is parallel to y-axis, this is the line parallel to y-axis. It means only this much. This much means the x coordinate will be there. It means if the line is parallel to y-axis, x coordinate will be there. Suppose this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. The coordinates are 2, 0. It means the line is parallel to y-axis, it means only x coordinate will be 0. Now, if the line parallel to x-axis, it means this is plus x, this is minus x, this is plus y, and this is minus y. And the line is parallel to x-axis. It means this much. This is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. This much is 2. It means line is parallel to x-axis. It means only y coordinate will be there. I hope this is clear to you. Now, if you have to show that what are the collinear, first you see what are the collinear points. The points which are in a straight line are called collinear points, and the points which are not in a straight line are called non-collinear points. Okay, now don't tell me, don't give the definition like this. What are the non-collinear points? The points which are not collinear. Please don't define like this. And then what are the points, collinear points? The points which are not non-collinear. No, don't define like this. The points which are in a straight line are called collinear points, and the points which are not in a straight line are called non-collinear points. And suppose if you have to show that the points A, comma B, comma C. And if you want to show that the line points are collinear, so what you will show, if the sum of the two sides, if sum of two sides is equal to third side, then you can say the points are collinear. Now one more formula is there. When the area of the triangle is 0, then the points are collinear. Then I will give you in my next lecture. But if the points are given to you, then and you want to show the points are collinear, it means if the sum of two sides AB plus BC may be equal to AC, or AC plus BC may be equal to AB. If the sum of 2 points, sum of two distances is sum of two sides is equal to third side, then you can say the points are collinear. Now if you want to show these are the sides of a rectangle. If the 4 points are there, A, B, C, D, and if you want to show This is a rectangle. It means if all the 4 points are given to you, what you will do? AB is equal to DC. Opposite sides are equal. AD equal to BC. Okay? It means it is a rectangle. Now suppose now sometime you can tell me, sir, it may be a parallelogram because opposite sides are also equal. It means every rectangle is a parallelogram, but parallelogram need not be a rectangle because rectangle is a parallelogram. And it means if this angle becomes 90 degree, then it will be a rectangle. It is a parallelogram. P, Q, R, S. It means every rectangle is a parallelogram, but need not necessary that parallelogram will be a rectangle. If this angle becomes 90 degree, then it becomes a rectangle. Similarly, in the case of square and rectangle also, every square is a rectangle, but rectangle is not a square. See how? This is a square. A, B, C, D. And this is a rectangle. P, Q, R, S. It means if all the 4 sides are equal, it is a square. If all the 4 sides are equal, it means certainly, definitely, the 2 will be equal. It means every square is a rectangle. But need not necessary that rectangle will be a square. Because in square, all the 4 sides are equal, all the angles are 90 degree. But in rectangle, opposite sides are equal and this angle is equal to 90 degree. It means every square is a rectangle, but rectangle will not be a square. When the rectangle will be a square? When all the sides will be equal. Clear? Now similarly in the case of rhombus also. This is a square. A, B, C, D. P, Q, R and S. This is a square. It means this angle is equal to 90 degree. All the 4 sides are equal. This is a square. All the 4 sides are equal. This is a rhombus. Now you can ask me, sir, what is the difference between a rhombus and a square? In square, this angle is equal to 90 degree. But in rhombus, this angle is not equal to 90 degree. Every square is a rhombus, but rhombus is not a square. Listen carefully. Every square is a rhombus because if this angle is equal to 90 degree, of course it is a square. All the 4 sides are equal and this angle is equal to 90 degree. If this angle is 90, all the angles are 90. If this side is 5 centimeter, 5, 5 and 5. And suppose this is 5, 5, 5 and 5. So this is a square. It means every square is a rhombus because all the 4 sides are equal. But rhombus will not be a square. Because when the rhombus will become a square? When this angle becomes 90 degree. I hope the concepts are clear now. Now every square is a rhombus, but need not necessary that every rhombus will be a square. Now suppose this is a point A, x1 comma y1, and this is the point x2 comma y2, and now you have to find the coordinates of this point. Suppose this ratio is m1 is to m2, then you have to apply the section formula. The ratio is m1 is to m2. The formula is x is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, where m1 and m2 is the ratio. Sometimes it may be 2, it may be 3, or it may be 3, it may be 2. It means suppose the ratio is 2 is to 3. So you can write m1 and m2. So x is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, and y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus n2. This is called the section formula. X is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, and y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. Now, suppose if the point lies on x-axis, now point lies on x-axis, it means suppose this is the point 5, 0. 5, 0 means this is 0, 0. This is called origin. This is called vertical line. This is called horizontal line. And the point of intersection of these two lines, this is O, is called origin. Suppose now this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this point is 5, 0. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Now again I am going to apply here the distance between 2 points. Now find the distance between these 2 points. A is A, B, and B is minus A, minus B. Now you have to find the distance between 2 points. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. Now AB is equal to under root x2 minus x1 whole square minus A, and this is x1 minus A whole square plus minus B, and this is minus B whole square. So you can write under root minus A minus 2A. Minus 2A whole square means 4A square plus minus 2B whole square means 4B square. Okay, now let us see. So is equal to under root 4 common under root A square plus B square. Okay, the square root of 4 is 2. Listen, generally so many students do the mistake. Please don't take the square root of under root A square plus B square. Under root A square plus B square you cannot find the square root of addition. It means simply you can write under root A square plus B square. There are so many students that do the mistake and they write here 2 under root A plus B. It is wrong. You cannot do like this. If this is like this sometime when it is given like this 2 under root A plus B whole square, then you can find the square root of A plus B whole square means the answer will be 2A plus B. This may be right, but this you cannot write. Answer will be 2 under root A square plus B square only. Because A square, what is the meaning of, what is the difference between these two? A square plus B square, and this is A plus B whole square. Generally students do the mistake in these two identities. A plus B whole square and A square plus B square. What is the difference between these two? Here, यहाँ पे पहले मैंने दोनों नंबर का स्क्वायर किया है और बाद में प्लस किया है, और यहां पर मैंने पहले दोनों नंबर को प्लस किया है उसके बाद स्क्वायर किया है. सी सपोज आई एम टेकिंग नंबर a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3. तो 2 square means and 3 square means 4 plus 9 13. 2 square 3 square 13, and this is a plus b whole square means 2 plus 3 whole square, and 2 plus 3 whole square means 5. 5 whole square means 25. They are not same. A plus b whole square means a square plus 2ab plus b square. A plus b whole square you can write a square plus b square plus 2ab. It is also right, or a square plus 2ab plus b square also right. Let us see how. A is 2. 2 square means 4. A square plus b square 3 square means 9 plus 2ab. 2 into a 2 into 3, so it will be 4 plus 9 12, and 12 plus 9 21, and this is 25. It means a plus b whole square Either you can write like this or 2 plus 3 whole square, but they are not same. What is the meaning of these two? इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? पहले यहाँ पे दोनों नंबर का स्क्वायर किया है. First you are getting the square of the two numbers and then add them. And here first you have to add them and then get the square. तो इन दोनों, don't get the confusion, ये दोनों एक नहीं है बेटा. Clear to everyone? Okay. Again one more thing I am telling you. The distance between 2 points. Suppose this is 4, 5 and this is 6, 7. And now you have to find the distance between 2 points. How you will find? Under root x2 minus x1 whole square. 6 minus 4 whole square means 2 square. Plus 7 minus 5 whole square. Under root 6 minus 4 means 2. 2 square means 4. 7 minus 5, 2, 2 square means 4. 4 plus 4 under root 8. I hope this is clear to you. I have written here under root 4 under root a square plus b square. And they write here the square root 2 times. Okay, now what will be the proper answer? It will be, don't put here the square root 2 times. Generally students do the mistake. It will be 4 under root 4 into bracket a square plus b square. This is the proper way. 4 under root a square plus b square, and square root of 4 will be 2 and under root a square plus b square. This is the answer. It means the under root of a square plus b square you cannot simplify. If it is 2 under root a plus b whole square, then you can solve and you can write 2a plus b, because square root of a plus b whole square means a plus b you can write. But here you cannot write like this. You cannot write like this. Okay?